Hey guys, it's Gus and Ray here from Cryptotech Ireland. We have a lot of new content coming soon that you really don't want to miss out on, so click subscribe below. You should also join our new Facebook group, which is also in the description. So today we're going to be showing you one of our Hashflare accounts, which is generating approximately 121,000 US dollars per year. Just to note that that doesn't include the 17% commission that Hashflare charges. And my partner Gus here is going to go through that shortly. Another thing is, if you would like to register and make a high passive income using Hashflare, we recommend you use the link in the description to register your account, as there has been some horror stories of people getting caught with fake cloud mining sites. So the link is in the description with the discount code also. So this account has 126 terahash. Myself and Gus were thinking about actually setting up our own mine, but we just found it much more profitable, much more easier to join up with Hashflare. I mean, if we compare the cost of actually going out and buying an Antminer S9, which has about 13.5 terahash, I mean, they're just crazy prices at the moment. You're paying $6,000 for a machine that will probably be outdated within a month, you know, and it's more than likely you probably won't even get one because they're all back ordered. And I think Bitmain, yes, I suppose they put up on their Twitter and they bring out new machines and you have a chance of maybe buying one. But to be honest with you, even if we were offered electricity for free, we still wouldn't, simply for the fact the technology is going to be constantly updated. They're noisy, they're expensive, and you're going to be constantly having to look after it, you know. So we opted for cloud mining, and we've invested a good bit into this. We really believe in it. There's another, I suppose, main competitor of Hashflare. If you've been searching around, you've probably heard of them. They're called Genesis Mining, another great mining company, but unfortunately all the contracts are actually sold out. So as of the 5th, 1st, 2018, you cannot buy any terahash for Bitcoin on Genesis Mining. You can only buy on Hashflare. Now the cost per terahash has actually went up slightly, so we do recommend getting on board before possibly even these contracts close. So back to the Antminer S9, as I said, we were thinking of setting up our own mine. Suppose you're talking in around 6,000 US dollars for 13.5 terahash. Remember, you still have to pay electricity on this. With Hashflare, you don't get charged electricity, but you have, I suppose, a mining pool fee of 17%. Which is still very, very good. So we're going to go and buy some hash rate. This here is Bitcoin. It's the language used to mine Bitcoin, SHA-256. You can also mine some other currencies here. We're not going to touch base with them today, because we just find that Bitcoin is the most profitable right now. So we're going to go and buy some hash rate, some Bitcoin. So we can see here, we're going to compare it to the Antminer S9. For those of you thinking of going buying a machine, I think you guys are crazy. Let's go to 14 terahash, or 13.5, which really is what the Antminer S9 is. And I even think after a few months running, you can bet that the performance will probably drop. So currently the cost here for 13.5 terahash, which is the exact same as the Antminer S9, is only 2,970 US dollars. So guys, say we call it 3,000 US dollars, we call it 6,000 US dollars. I mean, it's half the price. You don't have to pay electricity. I don't see why anyone would be actually thinking of setting up a mine when we can let a big company, a reliable company like Hashflare, handle it for us, you know. I mean, constantly going to have the best technology. And the best thing I think about Hashflare is, I mean, they pay out daily. So every day into our Bitcoin wallet, we're getting paid 331.88 US dollars. Sorry, we're not getting paid that, minus 17%. So I'm going to let Gus here just chat a bit about, you know, how much we're actually making. I mean, minus the 17%. He's going to show you a calculator that us and a lot of other cloud miners use to calculate the profitability of these contracts. So I want to let him take over, but just want to touch on one more thing, and that is mining difficulty. The mining difficulty is actually set to drop in the next 11.3 days, which is great news. While the current Bitcoin price is about 16,500 US dollars, which is just incredible. I think everyone was a little bit worried coming into the new year on how Bitcoin was going to perform, but it's just past expectations, really. So it has. So finally here, I think I've done enough talking. I'm going to let Gus here take over, and he's just going to sum up. We have another account with 120 terahash, so we're going to combine them together to see how much we're actually making, to see how much Cryptotech Ireland are making per year.
Thanks, Ray, for the introduction. So guys, I'm going to be explaining a little bit of the best strategies and how profitable these contracts can be on cloud mining, especially with Hashflare, because Genesis Mining is not doing contracts anymore. They haven't done since last year. I guess before December they stopped doing the contracts. They're sold out. So Hashflare is the best source at the moment, and they're a source that you can trust. They're a long time in the business, and their contracts are very cheap in consideration to Genesis Mining itself. And so I'm going to explain a little bit what's the best strategy we found so far here. So basically, before we used to have the pools split into three, but as you can see here, that was before when you had three pools mining at the same time. Like the payments were a little bit lower than it is now, you know. So I found out that actually the best strategy it is to have Ant pool 100% in there. And as you can see, the payout has increased with the time. I guess it changed after the New Year's Eve. So basically around here, as you can see, it's still growing. And so as you guys can see, we're making $331 a day and over $121 a year with this account. And
just to say then, guys, too, we actually have another account with 120 terahash, which we also have. We were sort of lucky, I suppose. We got in about 2 months ago when the price was slightly cheaper, so the prices are going up. I think now is the time to get in before they either go up again or possibly even close. Here you can see the price is 22,000 US dollars. So I think Gustavo is just going to go through. He's going to actually go through a calculation, because the revenue forecast that you see there isn't actually including the 17% commission that you pay. Now just note that you don't pay electricity here. You know, your hardware costs are basically the contract costs, which is for 1 year. So you buy a contract, you have that contract for 1 year, 365 days. You can either choose to reinvest or you can withdraw your payouts or the income that the account is making every day. So just as mentioned too, that what I found really good about this was that you're not waiting for months, you're not waiting for 6 months, you're not waiting for a year. You get paid out daily, straight to your Bitcoin wallet, that amount, or you can have the choice to reinvest. The reinvest option, to be honest with you, right now, I think we're focusing on some alternative coins. We'll probably have some videos coming up about that and some techniques we're using with our profits from here. We're not currently reinvesting at the moment. We would like to, but we just think we're just making a lot more money from trading at the moment, which is really good too. But this is a really, really good high passive income It's just brilliant, and I think Gustavo is just going to go through this calculation here now with the with our combined total. I think, or maybe just going to do the 100 terahash, but I'll just leave it up to him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be showing like the two accounts combined, so you guys can have a look on how much we're getting a year here. So our two accounts combined would be roughly around 240 terahash. So the price for that contract will be $52,000, and this contract will last for a whole year. So let's say here $52,000, and then the terahash will be 240. You don't pay electricity fee. There's no power cost for that, and the pool fees are 17%. That's the maintenance fee that you pay daily to Hashflare. And
sorry, Gustavo, too, just to say there, guys, the Bitcoin difficulty is a very important factor here too. So the Bitcoin difficulty has actually been going up because it's been such a demand from miners mining Bitcoin. It's been rising the past month, 2, 3 months maybe. If you check out some graphs online, you'll be sure to find it. But actually, Gustavo is just going to have a look here now. But there's good news. I suppose in the, let's see here, about 11.3 days, it's actually set to drop nearly 17%, which is going to make these contracts even more profitable. So I think with Bitcoin too, like, it all balances out. I mean, if there's not as much demand for it, then less people are mining it, meaning the difficulty is going to go down. And gladly, we've seen a really good increase at the price at the present moment. Is $16,470 US, which is just incredible, really. So I'm just going to let Gustavo finish off his calculation for you.
Alright, just gonna hit calculate here and show you guys how profitable these contracts can be. So as you guys can see, the days to break even will be 116 days, and you'll be making $450 a day, $3,132 a week, and $13,000 a month. As you guys can see, this contract, they last for a whole year here, so you'll be making almost 170,000. That's taking into consideration the Bitcoin prices stay at 17,000. As you can see here, Bitcoin price has been increasing. So basically, if we expect Bitcoin to keep going, and then with the following Bitcoin difficulty going down, that will make this profit, the contract, much more profitable. And
okay, guys, so thanks for that calculation. And guys, just to let you know that there's a lot coming through this channel. We've been making a good bit of money lately. We're very happy to have this contract. We're very lucky, very privileged, and I think it's the first comers here that are going to make the most money from cryptocurrency. So get into this, guys, if you can. The link to Hashflare and our discount code is in the description below. So you're probably wondering what's next, what's coming. Why aren't we reinvesting into Hashflare? Well, we shortly will, but right now we're concentrating on some alternative coins. We have got some very good strategies on how to predict which coins are going to skyrocket, which we'll be talking about in our next video. Also, there'll be a video coming on our mining rigs. We are currently working on building some mining rigs using GPUs. So stay tuned, guys, and we look forward to bringing you some new content, and make sure to subscribe.